Hello. Hello and welcome. Puerto Rico. I'm glad you reminded me. Puerto Rico, hang on. Oh shoot, that's loud. My church is doing a mission trip or doing work in Puerto Rico in December, and I'm gonna go. And you just reminded me to sign up. Okay, hello, welcome. Yes, it is steamy everywhere, it seems, doesn't it? And I do have to give a little bit of little footnote here. Somebody just gave me a thumbs down already? What? Like, if you have never heard me say this, the thumbs down goes floating down the screen that I'm looking at. So I see it. The thumbs up goes directly up and off the screen, so I don't see those. I just see, anyway. The thumbs down might be because of the color of my sweater, but in real life, it's not neon orange. It is like poppy from Concord and Ninth, and I'll prove it to you because Mike said no, it's neon orange. It's not. It's poppy.
I had to give you a thumbs down because it's Sunday and you're making me work.
I know. That's true. This is poppy. See? Poppy from Concord and Ninth. That's the color I'm wearing.
It's orange.
It's not orange. It's red. It just looks weird in the screen. So I apologize. I would never wear neon orange and burn your eyes out. Anyway, hello, I'm glad you're here. Okay, so it is, oh, Rocky, thank you. It is Sunday, and on Sunday afternoons, I like to play. Sundays are about taking products that I've wanted to use and playing. Today I have two very different styles of cards, I shouldn't say styles, themes, types of cards. Oh, whoever did the thumbs down took it away. Thank you, it must have been an accident. But that's funny, I don't normally look, but the thumbs down going down my face,
They're actually,
noticeable.
I mean, they're close enough, especially on like an iPad or phone. It's easy to do, so don't.
It really doesn't matter. Listen, any interaction on YouTube is always good, according to YouTube. Okay, so anyways, Sunday play day. This is where I get to play with products I want to do. I have like 3 or 4 cards, and then like 3 cards planned. I'm not sure how much of all of those I'll get done because I usually can't get 6 or 7 cards done. Yeah, we'll see. I prepped a ton, so there's tons prepped here, and yeah, we're gonna try our best. But what it is I'm taking some products that you've probably seen people playing with lately and using them as they're intended and then using them as they're not intended, okay? So that's what we're gonna do today. It's all about playing. Some are Halloween, which this is the first year. Well, I did a couple last year. This year I'm trying to do more Halloween because I never used to make Halloween in the past, but I made a couple last year and I enjoyed giving them to people. So I want to make a few more this year. So I'll probably give them to like my son and Audrey and so on and so forth. So I thought they were fun to send. And then I also have some holiday, but some of the things that I'm using could be used for other things too. Yeah, if you could, listen, don't worry if you accidentally hit a thumbs down by accident. That happens. It's okay. It's all good. I shouldn't have said anything, but it was just floating down and I wish I was in Italy. Ciao, ciao from Italy. I'm jealous. Okay. But what I'm using today is from Hero Arts, and I have some good news for you. Hero Arts, no, it's not orange, Pam. It's red, I promise. Hero Arts now has a joined website with Spellbinders. It's kind of like Old Navy and Hero Arts. They have 2 separate sites. You can go to oldnavy.com and, what did I say? Old Navy and Hero. I meant Old Navy and Gap. They have the same parent company. If you go to oldnavy.com, it takes you to Old Navy. If you go to gap.com, it takes you to Gap. But if you look at the top, you can click between the 2 sites at the top. Well, Hero Arts and Spellbinders now have websites like that. But the cool thing about the Hero Arts and Spellbinders websites is it is one cart. okay? So you can shop on Spellbinders and shop on Hero Arts, and it all goes in your cart. Mike, I gave you an image that says web. Can you put that up? Yeah, so if you look, it's hard to see there, but this is the Hero Arts website. If you go to heroarts.com, that's what it looks like. Up in the top left corner, it says Spellbinders and Hero Arts. So you can click between the two, or you can go directly to the sites. But the good news is they go in the same cart. So you can shop from both sites and go in the same cart. Yeah, it does look red, or my sweater does look orange for everyone, but I put it up against Concord Nite Poppy cardstock, which is red, and proved at the beginning that it is red. Anyway. Yeah, see it up there in the top left corner? So the whole point is you can shop at Spellbinders, you can shop at Hero Arts, and it goes in the same cart. Now the reason why this is exciting is, Mike, can you go put up the image, please? There we go. Free shipping on orders of $75 or more. And that is using my code, my exclusive code, and that works on the Hero Arts and Spellbinders website, okay? So I'm using Hero Arts today, but I'll be using some Spellbinders things also. So you can get free shipping with my code. Free shipping's awesome. The companies didn't really merge. Hero Arts is just kind of under the Spellbinders umbrella now. So Hero Arts is still like kind of its separate thing, has its separate products and all that. But they like, it's all at the Spellbinders warehouse and Spellbinders people and such. Okay. What, Mike?
Oh, no. Somebody said there's a typo in the...
What?
Typo in the caption of the code.
Okay.
The description has a typo in the ship code.
Then it would be on the same. It would be on the page too. Hang on, we're fixing something. Oh yes, yeah.
Is it on the description?
Yeah, August. Yeah, you're right. And then, can you fix it on the live stream page?
Yeah.
Okay, you'll have to refresh your page. Thank you for whoever noticed that spelling error. You'll have to refresh your page. The code is what you see on the screen, JM Ship August, and that's in the YouTube description below, okay? So all of this is in the YouTube description below. Another thing that you can do is, hold on, I'm just looking here. It should be fixed now. Okay, if you refresh your page, it should work. Okay, you can come back here. So there are two ways you can find information about what I'm using and the ways to save on shipping. One is to look in the YouTube description below. Right on the top under special offers, you'll see the information on free shipping. If you scroll down a bit more, you'll see a list of the supplies I used today. But what I really recommend doing, I always recommend this, I spend a lot of time doing this, Mike helps me with it too. At the top of my YouTube description, you'll see a link, a web link, that has the word live in it. If you click that and go to that page, you'll see thumbnails, or you'll see all the information of the special offer, including images. And then below that, you'll see thumbnails of what I'm using, which is always, always very helpful. Mike, can you check and make sure it wasn't August, like meant to be guessed? Just test it.
I'll try on the page, but
yes.
I typed it wrong when I did the description.
Okay, well just make sure that it works. Is something wrong there, Mike?
I can't spell for anything, so.
Yeah, we know this. Is something wrong with my mic?
No,
Okay.
I can never know.
Okay, the other thing, somebody in Ohio won $1 billion. If I won $1 billion, we would all get together in Italy and craft. It wasn't me. Somebody asked a question and I forget. Anyway, I'll answer that later. Hold on, he's scrolling back. I don't know if the rewards are combined. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. Whew. Okay. All right, so Hero Arts and Spellbinders websites, you can use my code that's in the YouTube description below to save free shipping, free US shipping on orders of $75 or more, okay? So, can you scroll it? Let's get started. I'm gonna start with I'm going to start with the Christmassy kind of holiday stuff first, but then I'm going to change gears into some completely different Halloween interactive. Yeah, I don't know if the rewards are combined between the two. I don't know. I don't know if somebody from Hero Arts or Spellbinders is here. I'm not sure. Italy's fantastic. Jacqueline, I'm sorry you had to drop your kid off at college. That was one of the hardest days of my life. Hey, Gina, Uncle Sam takes a half of that billion. It's still enough to get us to Italy. Hello, Rachel. Okay.
I tried the correct spelling with August spelled correctly.
Yeah.
And it works.
Okay, so JM Ship August is the code. It's fixed in the YouTube description below. Okay, so I'm going to start with a product collection called, I think it's called, hold on, before I lie to you. It is called Beep Beep die sets from Hero Arts, okay? I thought these were super cute and fun to put together, and I thought I'd come up with some different ways to do this. Jacqueline, it gets better. When you see that they're thriving, it gets better, I promise. So, yeah, we had some fun with it, okay? And the best part about this is you all know that my friend Cammie, who's started to work here with me, she's not a crafter, and I gave her these dies, and I said, do a bunch of die cutting, whatever colors you think, and I'm using those pieces today. She thinks she was doing it to help me as like part of the work that she does, but really, I'm trying to get her to be bit by the bug of crafting. And I think from all the things she made that it worked. So let me show you. Okay, let me show you the die sets first. So there are a few die sets. This is the Hero Arts Beep Beep die set. It has this car with all the parts for it, which you'll see. Then it has to put a reindeer or Santa driving the car. However, I think it would be super cute if this was cut like from pool cardstock and you filled it with lots of flowers or something. It could be anything, but it's really cute because you can make Santa or the reindeer driving the car, which I think is it's just cute and it's fun. And I've been wanting to do more playful, cutesy stuff the past few days. I did a live on Friday that was the same kind of vibe, and I'm just excited. Cammie got McGuired. That's awesome. Now there are add-ons for it. One of them is called the...
Hopefully she's watching.
The Beep Beep Holiday Extras. So it has like a tree with Christmas lights, presents, wreath. You'll see a lot of these things used. These are meant to use along with it. Some of these elements kind of go on the car, but as you can see, like the wreath, the presents, the tree, the Christmas lights, those things can be used separately too, okay? So those can completely be used separately. Then they have another add-on which allows you, this is the Beep Beep Leaf Peeper. Is that what it's called? Beep Beep Leaf Peeper? I don't know. I think so. But it has a scarecrow. So you can instead have a scarecrow driving the car. You have the birds. You have pumpkins. You can fill his car with pumpkins. Mike, I think I gave you some scarecrow images. Can you start? Yeah. Can you show those? So this is using the scarecrow set. So you would use the Beep Beep die set along with the scarecrows. And there's one example. I thought that was cute. And I love the sunflowers in the background. You could use that for something else completely. Next. I thought this was cute. You don't have to use the Beep Beep with that add-on set. This was great. This just uses some of the other elements. The pumpkins, the leaves, and the bird. And next, yeah, the Leaf Peeper. This is the Leaf Peeper add-on. I thought this was great too. It has just some of the images from that add-on set, but not in the car. Now I didn't, is that it? Oh no, there's one more. See all the pumpkins in there? I think that's really cute. I'm not going to use the fall set today because I didn't prep those die cuts, but I just wanted to show you that I appreciate that Spellbinders has different add-ons for it, so that you can change up the vibe of it. You can also put, I mean, Spellbinders has little monsters and little critters. Simon Hurley does too. Lawn Fawn does. You can put other critters driving it too. Somebody asked, this I remember, see this is my mind. Somebody asked what pajama pants I was wearing with my neon orange sweater, which is really red. They're like rainbow, like plaid. Christina Warner gave them to me. There's your important
I don't
answer.
think you match. Do you match?
I do match.
You do? Okay, yeah, I don't know colors.
Yeah, but I don't normally. So I thought there was a lot of potential in these, especially because like the flower die cuts could be used for lots of things. You can use the Santa for lots of things. It doesn't have to be in the car, and the cars can always be used with other things. So I think it's fun to mix and match. Okay, so those are what I'm using. If you look down below, there is actually, I think there's a bundle where you can get them all of the beep beep things together, but all of it's in the YouTube description below. So these are Hero Arts. Now, I went to Cami and I gave her those dies and I gave her some pictures and she went to town. So she did all these, look at the little Santa pieces. There's the little eyes and the hands. I've bumped it a little bit so they've moved some, but she did all of these presents. She did a bunch of trees. She did different present bags from the Santa. And look at all these little details. The Christmas lights. Yeah, she's getting into it. And she did different variations of the Santa, like with a gray beard, a white trim. And now, so she spent an afternoon doing that, all that die cutting, and now I have all of these pieces that we can make cards from. So sometimes I feel like she actually had 4 scenes laid out. I took some of the pieces to turn into cards, but she had 4 scenes laid out with the extras. So there's a lot here that you can do. I'm not using all of the elements today, but like the die set also has like this Mary, so you can put like a Mary license plate on it. Many different things. I just chose 2 different scenes to create 2 different cards. Yeah, Cami's great. Please know, I do pay Cami. I don't just ask her to come over and do a bunch of die cutting. That's not how it works. She's been a godsend to me. Hi, Sika. Sika and I are trying to plan a little trip. That's what I was doing like 1 minute before we went live. Okay, so all this, and I love it because she came up with color combos that I probably would never have come up with, and I love. And that's one of the things about having a crafty friend. Like here, I liked this like peach color with this kind of light minty sage color, and then the red pops really nice. So lots of different combinations. Now let me show you the pieces that I took from this to make some scenes. I didn't want to spend a ton of time gluing die cuts on screen, because if you go to the Hero Arts website, you'll see how to glue all these together and all the different options. So it's really just gluing things together. I didn't want to spend all of your time doing that. So I took this one. I actually used, I'll show you the cardstock I used. I created this guy, and I have some presents to put in there. And then this one, and I'm going to put a tree in there, which I haven't assembled. So this is what the Santa looks like. And this is what the reindeer looks like. And you can actually put them both in the card together. There are lots of examples over on the Hero Arts website, okay? Hi, Diana. Diana. I'm so excited for you. Anyway, I can't share your news. Okay, so I was thinking, I was originally planning, I'm going to save this one, put this one aside because I'm not using that yet. I was originally planning to make this a shaped card that stands up, all right? So what I was going to do is take the die, like a solid white die cut, tape it all together on the back with clear tape, put a hinge at the top, and make a shaped card. But right before we went live, I had another idea. So you could make this a shaped card. Here is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch note card, so you can kind of see the sizing of it. It works great either direction on a card. Oh, who's here from Hero Arts? It says each of the products have an assembly guide on the Hero Arts website showing how to assemble them. I'm telling you, there are so many different things that you can put on this, and I'm gonna still add more, okay? And look at that wreath is so cute. You could just do like a wreath on a card, and you could have like the reindeer peeking out from that. Lots of different elements you can use. All right, so let's talk about this real quick. I got some glue on my bumper. Let me talk about how I put this together and then what I'm gonna do that's different to this. Hi, Kelly. Kelly is here from Hero Arts. Kelly's one of my favorite humans. She is the patience of a saint for putting up with me, and she's here if you have any questions. Kelly, some folks were asking if you can combine rewards between Spellbinders and Hero Arts. I'm guessing not, but I don't know. Okay, so let me show you what I did. I used the Beep Beep die set to cut the car, and I think that's the cutest car in the history of cars. As far as the cardstock that I used for the car, Cammie had it cut from regular red cardstock, and I loved it in red, but I thought I'd do a red metallic cardstock. So I went ahead and cut it from the matte metallic cardstock in the Spellbinders Ruby Assorted pack. So these are the treasured cardstocks from Spellbinders, and they have all, that's not supposed to be in there. Why is the black in there? Anyway, they have all these different finishes in a particular color. I use the matte metallic. There's also a mirror, but they have this in like blue and black and white and gold and silver and other shades. I don't remember what else. But I thought I'd use that red. So this is treasured cardstock from Spellbinders. I have that linked below because I'll be using some of the black later on, I think. So I cut from that red metallic cardstock. I like this because it's not, it looks like the kind of shine a card would have. It's not too shiny. Then for the other details, we used silver, matte silver cardstock, black for the little tires, and all of these pieces are on here, so it's really easy to figure out, okay? And remember, over in Hero Arts, they have a guide. Then I glued to the back my little reindeer head, and I made his nose shiny red, so he would be Rudolph, and assembled him. And look at how cute it is down to the details on the hands on the steering wheel. So you can see all of the shine. I should have used black glossy for the wheels, but that's okay. Then this little wreath, there's 2 die cuts and you just layer them together, and I did little red berries and a blue bow. So this wreath I think would be cute on other things too. How many sheets of cardstock are in the glitter pack? It is 3 of each, and there are 5 different styles. So 3 glitter, 3 matte metallic, and so on. The pearl is pretty too. It's hard to catch the pearl shine in the video, but it is so beautiful. And I've used the treasured cardstock packs a lot. This is the black glitter. I love it because it's really fine glitter. It's super black, and it die cuts nicely and doesn't rub off. Okay, so anyways, so I have all of these details here, and I also created little Christmas presents to put inside of it. Now I wasn't really sure, I was gonna make the clear card, okay? But I changed my mind. I thought it'd be fun to do a gift card holder, and this is one of the easiest gift card holders in the history of gift card holders. Yes, Simon Hurley has lots of animals, and you could put the wreath in his hand, you could put some of the animals in the car. Really, you could, even if the critter is bigger, it doesn't matter. It's a critter driving a car. It's make-believe, right? All right, so, oh man, down. I think I'm gonna do just a touch of ink blending. I don't wanna do too much. Just a touch. Let's do Paradise ink from Hero Arts. Any inks would work. And let's use my Spellbinders brush. This is the Spellbinders Big Mama brushes. They're just really nice. That's not what they're called. They're called large blending brushes, but I call them, there's a few that I call Big Mama. But anyways, I'm just gonna do like a little bit of shading on this so that it doesn't look stark white in the background. So I'm kind of doing it more pulled towards the bottom, fading up to white. That's as much blending as I'm doing. You could do a lot of blending on these die cuts. I'm not. I don't know why, I rarely do, but I will later. There, see? So that'll look cool in there. Look at that. Okay? But I want to put the presents in, so I need to think here. Thinking's hard. I think I'll do, like, put a bunch of presents behind him. So like, one will be over here. No, maybe I'll just put him over on the left, like that. And then this guy, maybe I'll just do, hold on. I have to overthink. There we go. That's what I'm gonna do. So there's several in his sights, or in his car. Okay, so let me start figuring this out. I think that one I want there. Blue. It is cute too. Yeah, some people love to ink blend. I get that. I might even have it hanging out of the car. Why not? Who says it's not a convertible? No.
Yeah.
Have it hanging out?
Yep.
Okay, Mike said yes. Okay, so I'm gonna have that one hanging there. Yeah, sure. Okay, then let's put this one behind it. Yeah, some people love to ink blend, and I get that. I'm not the world's best ink blender, so, I mean, I'm fine at it. I just, nothing to write home about. Hold on, I gotta get back. It's in his back seat. What? Yeah, the window's down. Very good. I think I like it up there. Okay, I'm fine at ink blending, but I more enjoy putting a lot of die cuts together. I think that's fun. I could put another one over here because I've got them. Because Cammie made a ton of them. Let's do that. I think I'm gonna do, let's just do a simple one over there. You know, everybody's different. I like to put little detailed die cuts together. I know other people love to ink blend. So Mike, there's a poll for you.
Okay.
Ask, do you usually ink blend on your die cuts? I'm curious. Yeah, I'm gonna put one on the other side. I know it's 4 presents, but I don't care. It's my card. I can do 4 presents. Still hoping this is gonna work with what my plan was. I don't remember what my plan was. Okay. There. Oh, that's cute. There we go. Okay. There we go. And that one kind of like that. Perfect. Look at that. Okay, come on. Yes, we're gonna do, no, I'm not doing the Christmas lights on this one. I'll do them on the next one. There are Christmas lights. I wanted the wreath on this one. The other one I will do Christmas lights. Okay, now that's gonna go on the back. So let me put some glue on these. Lay this into the back, and then I'm gonna put tape up here so it lines up. Did you get blinded by what looks like a neon orange sleeve? Maybe it doesn't look like neon orange on this screen. Does it? Oh gosh, yes, it does. Oof. So I'm putting some tape back here. I promise it's not orange. I promise. Clear Scotch tape has become one of my favorite crafting supplies lately. Like, I'm just gonna put a bunch of tape on the back here. Who cares? Some of it's hanging off, so I will trim that. There we go. Oh, I cut the present. Oh well, I'll cut the other one too. There we go. Look at that. Can't see much of my ink blending there, but isn't that cute? I want to give him rosy cheeks. That's my R20 marker. It'll lighten and give like a little bit of a pink touch. Okay, so there we go. There's my little scene. Now, I want to put this onto a card base. But we're going to make it special because that's what we do around here. We make things special. I don't have a sentiment planned. I think I'm going to use the Hero Arts Circle Confetti die. If you've watched my videos, you know I'm a big fan of this die. I use it quite often. This is going to be loud. Cover your ears. Hold on. This is how I knock out some of those extra bits, by hitting on my table. If you've watched any of my lives, you know that I like to use the confetti die to make tiny little dots that I can use as embellishments instead of gems that are, you know, maybe color, just the color I want, a little bit of sparkle, but not bulk. So this is a good time to get this if you've been wanting to get the Circle Confetti die. It's in stock at Hero Arts and you get the free shipping. Now, I think here I'm going to use it just as a background die, like kind of snowish, kinda. I might regret it, but we'll see. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to make this a gift card, hold a gift card. I haven't thought it through. Give me a minute. Okay. So the idea is that I have a gift card here. I'm going to attach it to the back, like right about there. And when you pull it out, you pull the car up, the gift card comes up. So I need to have like a slit in the back of the card, or in the card. Bear with me. Jennifer has to overthink. Okay, so let's see. I think I'll put a slit right in the middle, and that should do the trick. A little bit below middle. To create a slit, there are many dies that you can use. This is a Spellbinders like banner die, a sentiment die, right? As long as it can be covered, you're good. And as long as a gift card, it's wide enough for a gift card to go in, you're good. Maybe like a lot of people have these kind of sentiment strip dies. A lot of people have like the mover and shaker kind of dies that make like long ovals for it to slide back and forth. Any of those would work, okay? I think. I mean, they will. That's not what I meant. Oh dear.
Poll results.
Poll results, what are they?
56% yes.
56% ink their die cuts. I like it.
Color them, yeah.
Okay, so there we go. I have a slit in the front of my card. Now, I think I will cut from this also. And I will use, you know, I think I'll use Waterfall as my favorite. But I think I'm going to do Spellbinders Seaside. All right, the cardstock that this kind of pool color here I used, let me show you, is Waterfall from Spellbinders, which is probably one of my most used colors of cardstock. This is Waterfall. That's what I used on the presents. And this is Seaside, which is a little bit, which is lighter, but in the same kind of range. So this is Seaside. I will cut my background from Seaside. I don't know. We'll see if this is good. You never know. You know what? First, yeah, hold on. First, no, not first. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. So usually I use this background die to make these little dots, make a little confetti bits, the little accents. However, this time I'm going to use it as a background die. Okay, I'm going to run that through again because there were it cuts beautifully. The problem is I still had some bits in there that I didn't pop out, and I want to make sure it cuts all the way. I will be doing Waffle Flower next Sunday, I hope, because that's what I want to play with next. And Sunday's my play day. Okay, so here is the confetti die. you can keep all of the little dots. I don't have time right now to pop them out, so I'm just gonna knock them out all over my floor. Mike, it snowed. Okay, so here is the background die cut. And it looks, I wanted it to look, it can look party-ish. I wanted it to kind of look a little snow-like, but really it's just to add some interest. Okay, so that's gonna go right on top. I might cut it, nah, stop, Jennifer. Yeah, I'm gonna cut a little bit off the sides. See, watch, I'm gonna cut a little bit, so that we have a little white trim around the edge of our card. A tiny bit more. Okay. So see, I can put it, hold on. Okay, so that I can put this down like that and see how there's a little white trim now. My card's a little wonky. My card base is wonky. It's good enough. Okay, see? Now, it does look like cheese. Now, I'm gonna, let's see, I wanna make the slit in the same spot. So what I'll do is I'll line it up on this side, center it up on the back side. So you're looking at the back front of my card and the back of that blue die cut. I'm just gonna tape it there, flip it over. It shifted, hang on. This is, you could eyeball this. You know what, I'm gonna eyeball it. Be easier. So I'm just gonna hold this to the back center, flip it over, trace here, inside the hole. If you get the sides, there we go. And now I'll take the die and line it up on here. It doesn't have to be exact for what I'm doing. And then get the slit on the front of this too. Okay. There are other ways you could do this. Blue cheese, yeah. This is just what's coming to my mind right now. Okay, so I'm gonna glue that right there, right to the front, okay? Have I lost anybody, Mike? Or are people confused? Or are they good? Okay. If there's questions while I glue, I'm gonna make sure I get glue around the edges and around the opening there. Sorry if that banging killed somebody's ears. Oof. I should have covered my mic better. There are a few to pop out here. Pop, pop. Okay. Then I want to make sure I glue around here too. There are questions?
Yeah.
What are the questions?
How do you store your confetti bits?
Oh, how do I store my confetti bits? Very good question. Because honestly, I really should. I end up cutting new ones for videos a lot because, hold on, let me get this straight, because I want you to see me do it. But so I don't always save them, but you should. You really should. And what I would put them in are these little containers. These, Mike, you can add these to the supply list. These are Concord and Ninth embellishment containers, and they're perfect for putting the little bits in. And I need to start saving them. All right. No, the $75 or the free shipping at $75 is, you can use Hero Arts or Spellbinders website or both. It'll work for both, okay? So there is our little mouth, okay?
Does it work just Spellbinders products in your cart and then just Hero, or can you mix and match, I think was the question.
I think you can mix and match. Can you test it? Mike's gonna test it. I think you can mix and match, I think. I think I'm gonna do, so you can see it better, I'm gonna use a different gift card, just so you can see it better. Okay, so the idea is that the car will be right there. Oh, I know what I messed up. Let me think. I messed up. So this shouldn't be on the front of the card. Let me cut it down. Just let me cut it down and I'll tell you how you could avoid messing up like I did. So this should be just a panel. Any kind of panel. Mine happens to be layered with a die cut on the front of it, okay? Any panel. Mine is a little bit smaller than 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. And then we need a separate note card. And my note card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so it's a separate piece. I messed that up. Okay, now, I'm not sure what my sentiment's gonna be. It might be good to figure that out so I know where to place everything. These are 2 different sets here. One is fall themed and one is holiday themed. So the fall one is called Fall Words Press Plate and Dies. This is Winter Words Press Plate and Dies. So the sentiment choices here are, the holiday one is, instead of reading backwards, I'm going to look at the website.
It did work.
It did work. You can do a mix of products. So the sentiments are sending holiday cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I'll be home for Christmas. Dashing through the snow. Believe and season's greetings. I'm going to use it's the most wonderful time of the year. And there are coordinating dies available too. So let's create our sentiment. Okay. And then I'll show you how to put it together. Sorry I messed that up there. Do you see what I'll show it again. Just hang on. I'm going to use my Better Press here. These are Better Press plates. If you are new to Better Press and press plates, I would recommend going to my YouTube channel. I have a playlist on lots of different ways to use press plates. They're so easy to use and they give great results. So I will be using, I'm just going to use white cardstock. That's what I have here. Yeah, I'll use white. Yeah, we'll use white. Okay. I put a little bit of tape on the back and I'll just put it right onto this clear plate. I have my sentiment press plate on my Better Press and I will find my ink. Well, boogers. I would find my ink, but Mike clearly took it. Well, good news. I just bought a backup because this happens to me a lot. So if I have 2 of them on hand, I can. Okay, so this is the this is just black ink. This is Altenew black ink. Any ink would work here, really. Notice I got ink on the platform. I could wipe that off so it doesn't transfer the cardstock, but I don't care if it gets on the cardstock because I'm going to use a die to cut it out. You could, Mike, somebody said it didn't work for them. I know it works because we tested it. Make sure that you refreshed your page and use the right code. Brianne, if you're here, Brianne, I love you. Can you share it in the comments, in the chat? Okay, so I have a crisp sentiment. I'll hold it up. I want to clear this all out first. But if you don't have press plates or Better Press, any sentiment you could use here. Any sentiment at all. All right, here we go. It should work. The code should work. Some people like to put my name as McQuire with a Q. It's with a C. McGuire. McQuire. McQuire. There's the code. Thank you, Bran. You rock. I craft along with Jennifer's warp speed. Yep, I move quick because I want to get a lot done. There we go. Look at that. So let me hold it up so you can see how, look how crisp that is. One pass, super crisp. Stamps can't do that. Press plates can. Okay, so my idea is that it's going to be right like that, and then the car will be above it. That's the thought. We'll see if it works. Because again, this was a afterthought. Okay, now on the back, foam tape. I will be using Altenew foam tape. It's just the one that I really prefer. I think it's good quality. It cuts nicely. It's not sticky on the side. It comes in thick and thin, and it comes in this 1/2 inch wide. It comes in narrow and then bigger. It's at the bottom of my supply list below. But I'm going to put foam tape around the edges. All right. So you saw me make some mistakes there with this background, but all it is a panel with, I happen to put a layered die cut on there, but you could stamp on it, you could stencil on it, or just use solid cardstock. And it's a little bit smaller than 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I am dangerously low on this foam tape. Oy vey, that makes me stress. Actually, I'm not going to use the wide, this down here. You'll see what I'm going to do. Now, you will notice I use a lot of foam tape because I feel if you don't, it can if pressure goes on this in the mail, it gives you a crushed look. However, I don't, the slit shouldn't be wrong. Hold on. However, this has enough strength to it. Now this is fine. It's all good. I promise. Okay, I think. Let me get some narrow. Hold, please. I'm going to put some narrow 1/4 inch wide foam tape on the bottom. Okay. Just so that there's a little more room down there. Okay, so now when I put this on, my idea is this gift card will tuck in. See it tuck in? Okay. And then it'll get attached to the back of the car so it comes out. So just bear with me. I'll try not to mess up again. Yeah. Now I know how Grandma got run over by a reindeer. He wasn't watching the road. That's funny, Nancy. Nancy should win the $1 billion lottery in Ohio for that. That was awesome. All right, I have a lot of foam tape here. I don't want to mess up again, so I want wiggle room time. So what I'm doing here is putting some liquid adhesive on my foam tape. This will give it a slick surface, so I have wiggle room time. As you know, if you put foam tape down directly to your paper, it's going to stay wherever you put it. By doing this slick surface of liquid adhesive on top, you have wiggle room time, and then it'll dry with dimension and strong. Okay? So I'm going to put this on top. My head's going to get in the way, sorry. But I have some wiggle room time to get it just right. So there's a little white trim. Okay? And we have that nice slit there. Okay. Now, it's going to go right there. Oh, isn't that cute? This is going to go tucked in. So I'm tucking it in, and remember that foam, I should have mentioned, there's a bunch of foam tape up here, but this area right here below our slit is empty. There's foam tape along the bottom, but this, behind this general area, there's no foam tape. So this will go down and hit that little thin strip of foam tape I put at the bottom. So now I think I will use, I'm running out of glue dots, and so I'm afraid to use too many of them. I need more. You could really use a variety of different adhesives here. I kind of like the glue dot idea because it's like they'll be able to remove it without tearing too much. So I'm putting a bunch of glue dots just on the top of my gift card. So there's just a bunch of glue dots at the top of the gift card. I'm going to put this right here. Why did you smear the glue with your finger on the foam tape? Couldn't you leave it as you applied? No, I put like thin dots and lines of adhesive. So by spreading it out, it makes it nice and wiggly. Do you have wiggle time when using regular adhesive? Wiggle time is best with liquid adhesive, for sure. Okay, so this is just tucked in here. There are foam or glue dots facing up towards the camera at the top of the gift card. And I'm going to place my car right onto those glue dots. So now they pull the car and a gift card comes out. Isn't that fun? Now I want some dimension behind this. I can't just put that down. I'll have a heart attack. Because there's so much dimension on our car, I want my sentiment to stand up a bit. So now, can you scroll? It just slides right out. You could stamp pull here or tell the recipient with your message on the inside. Another thing is when you take out the envelope, there will be movement with this, so they'll probably notice. But isn't that like a really easy way to add a gift card to a project? Another thing about this is this could be anything. It doesn't have to be a car, right? It could be a wreath, a large circle die cut, and you put the gift card on it. It could be a large pumpkin, whatever you want. Any big element that you can have that would cover the top of a gift card. Just make sure the slit is small enough to be hidden by your die cut, but wide enough that a gift card will slide in. There we go. Okay, so that goes there. Another thing you could have done if you wanted to is put I think the sentiment would look really nice right on the bumper, but that's not what I did. So there we go. Put that there. Let me see. Yeah. Then I'm going to take my magnet and press that down. I want to make sure it dries with contact. By the way, my glass work surface that I always use is on sale right now. It's always, anytime, you can use the code Jennifer at Glassboard Studio and you get 15% off. But this weekend, if you use Jennifer over at Glassboard Studio, you get 20% off. And that is the glass work surface that I work on that has the grid and is magnetic. The 20% also includes all the different type of magnets I use in the other accessories. Me personally, I like these two magnets. I use this one to pick up my dies a lot. And I use this one to hold things down while I dry. This will also hold through a grip mat too. So I'm a big fan of those. You see me use them all the time in my lives, and you can get 20% off right now. I'm going to take some white glitter cardstock. This is from the Antique Treasured cardstock pack from Spellbinders. And I'm going to inlay a few in the background. I shouldn't because I don't have time, but I'm going to do it anyways. So I cut this. I'm going to run it through again because that's heavy glitter cardstock. I'll just run that through again. I don't think I need to, but I will. What magnets do you use in your Misty? I don't use magnets anymore in my Misty. I use a grip mat, and it holds my stuff enough that I haven't used a magnet in a while. So, I don't know. Okay, so I have some little guys here. I'll probably go back and do this afterwards. But what I can do is just in some of the holes, not all of them, inlay a little bit of white glitter cardstock so that there's some sparkly in the background. But it's not, we're not going to do them all. I don't have time for that. Maybe listen, I have time for a lot of nonsense because clearly I do a lot of detailed die cutting. But today, oh, where'd that one go? Today I'm not going to go do all these. I could have put some of the glitter cardstock behind the blue die cut piece and that would just show through, but I really just wanted some of these to be sparkly, not all of them. All right, Mike, I'm sure there are questions. Is my guess? I don't know, maybe not. Are there any questions? I'll hold this up in a moment.
Can you use confetti die as a press plate?
Can you use the confetti die in a press plate? I have shown before, or as a press plate. I don't like to use dies in my press plate. I have shown something before along those lines, but if you do it, you void your warranty from Spellbinders, because the only thing you should be using in your better press system is press plates. But it can be done. Anyways, I'm not going to do all these right now. Where did my container go for this? There we go. Okay. But you get the idea. All right, so this is what we have. I'm going to show you. See how I'm starting to inlay these little die cut pieces so that there's a little bit of sparkle up at the top? Just some of them. I'm going to go back and do a few more. And there's all the detail in our little car. Can you scroll it, Mike? I know, I'm constantly saying that. It gets stuck and he starts doing other things and doesn't see it.
No, I watch and answer comments.
I know, that's other things.
On my computer too.
I know, that's fair enough. I'm not saying you're out having a beer or anything. He's my brother, I can give him a hard time. Okay, so you can put pull up here, stamp pull. You'll see a set later that has the word pull in it, or just write a message on the inside. The recipient pulls that out and they can take the gift card off. Isn't that fun? Just a fun way to make it different. If you want to, you can also put like a little foam strip tape right here, but leave the release paper on, so that when they take this off and take the gift card off of it, there will be tape here that they can stick it back on and have it for display. Okay, as far as the foam tape I used the thicker foam tape from Altenew. It's the thicker of the two, and this is 1/2 inch, but you don't need that much dimension. I wanted that much dimension. You could use a thinner foam tape. You could use really thin foam tape for the design I just did. All right, so there we go. And there's the, isn't he cute? Okay, so you could have made that a shaped card too. All right, let me do the next one. And this one, I'm gonna kind of hurry up a little more because I want to get to the other jobs too. So this one, I want to make him, I want to make him an easel card, I think. A simple easel card. But I need to find, where did those die cuts go? Doo-be-doo-doo-doo. Did they fall down? Mike, where did my die cuts go? Mike ate them. Are they all under? Oh, they were under this. It was Mike. Yes, the nose is cute. So that is another option that you can do, is do the nose. And then there's antlers. But I need to first, I don't think you know what? I don't think I'm going to put, you could put acetate in there so it's a shiny window, but I don't think I'm going to. Just to simplify the process. I think what I'll do is, first of all, there are little Christmas lights, see? And you can put those along the bumper. I think I'll do that. So there'll be 2. I'm going to make 2 stretch across. One go here. Like that. Where's my magnet? There we go. And then one on the other side. And then I'll go back and add little lights to all these and probably afterwards. But I will show you the die set that they're available. I'm going to cut one of these off. Snippy, snippy. and that one goes there. So it's like draped across the bumper. I'll come back and show you what that's like in a moment, what it looks like when it dries. So I put the nose, so I've got these little antlers, and these are all in either the Beep Beep die set or in the add-on. The antler and nose are in the add-on, so is the tree and the Christmas lights. So the Santa in the car is from the Beep Beep die set, and the other elements are from the holiday edition. Yes, I am using Gina K Connect glue. That's the only glue I use. It's only liquid glue I use. I have trust issues with other liquid glues. And I don't know, I've had other liquid glues get stinky. I don't want stinky glue. Stinky dogs, who needs stinky glue? Okay, look at that. Isn't that cute? Let's do a tree and put a little light on the top, or star, whatever that thing's called. There we go. And you can drape Christmas lights on it. You can do whatever. I am gonna go with, you know what? I'll do these little white glittery dots because I've got them right here. And I think those would make fun ornaments. And what I can do is use a Copic marker or any kind of permanent marker and color them after I'm done. That way I don't have to cut from a bunch of different colors. Now I will say Cammie did do a bunch of cutting. See all the little lights? In the add-on die set, there's the lights, and then these are for cutting. Those are the strands, and then these are for cutting the little lights to go on it. We'll see. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I kind of like the sparkle, so I'm going to go with the sparkle. But you saw I have lots and lots of pieces to make even more cards. Eee, this is fun. Okay, Mike, more questions.
Are those the magnetic boards that fit in the stacks?
Yes. So Spellbinders has these magnetic boards that fit in the stacks. It's got a little hole, little thumb thing so you can pull it in and out. They have them in the big and the small size. Yep, that's what those are. And you can shop, remember, you can shop at Spellbinders or Hero Arts and get the free shipping at $75. So it's a nice opportunity. I highly recommend the stacks. You know I use stacks every time I craft. And they now have the deep stacks. I'll show you them here in a moment. So craft stacks come in this size, which is the medium. And they come in the large, which is this, which is double. And then now they have deep stacks, which is this. It's the size of the large, but it's deeper. They're fantastic. So they all stack nicely together. Okay, I need to hurry up my slow moving here. But I just have fun doing these little things. Okay, so anyways, I think that would be fun, kind of in his convertible sticking out. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. So I'll put some glue here, have it kind of like sticking out of the top of the car, like that. Then, okay, stop it, Jennifer. Mike, why do I do this?
Good question.
I do this for the same reason that you spend all that time with your pinball machine, right? It's therapeutic. I'm glad Mike has found that. Okay.
I had to plug my mic in because the batteries, for some reason, it didn't charge. But somebody asked how long the glass board discount, 20% is good for.
I think it's just today. I think the Glassboard Studio discount is just through today. I think. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm going to cut the little lights to glue on it from the glitter cardstock too, so that those match the glitter cardstock. Now you could leave those the color they are, or watch this. What colors do I want? Let's do some blue. You can come in with like a blue marker, any kind of Copic permanent marker, and put color right onto that glitter paper. And then you have glitter die cuts, and you aren't having to cut from a bunch of different colors of glitter cardstock, and you can really get any colored glitter paper you want. I'll hold it up in a moment. Just, you don't want to scribble back and forth too much because you don't want to damage the tip. Really, if you just kind of pounce on it, it will color it. But I'll show you. I'm not going to color them all. I don't want to spend the time doing that. But see how now it looks like a red, white, and blue tree. See how the glitter is colored? All right. I'm going to put a piece of tape on here just to make sure. Me and my tape. Make sure that stays. There we go. Now, so I still have to add the lights onto the light bulbs, onto the string of lights. But just to give you an idea, this is where I am now. So I can color some of these. There's some yellow. Now it doesn't look red, white, and blue. Okay, you could also use little gems there too. Now, I want to make this on an easel card. So I have a note card here. This is Cosmic Sky from Spellbinders. I like Spellbinders cardstock because it's very heavyweight, lots of colors, and it is smooth. It's great for card bases too because it's so heavyweight. So I'm going to put, this is the Spellbinders Flurry of Snowflakes embossing folder. I think it's an older one. I'm going to put the front flap of my card into the embossing folder. Now, I like Spellbinders embossing folders because see how big they are? You can use these on 5x7 cards. You could put you can put a whole half sheet of cardstock in this folder. All right, so it's nice that they're bigger. Yeah, fun overload. Yeah, I always overload. That's just the way I jam. I enjoy a lot. Okay, so look at that. Now, I don't want this to be, wow. I mean, come on. Mike, look at the detail in that. You could make this stand out, like the snowflakes stand out more by lightly rubbing white pigment ink over it, but I don't want to make them stand out more. I just want that texture because I want the focus on, what's in the car. Now let me think. Yeah. So I'll take my scoreboard. I want this to be right around here. I'm going to put that same sentiment on the bottom. Yeah, I think I want the sentiment there. So I'm going to leave room here for a sentiment. I want to do a score line right behind where that car is, where like the body of the car is. So like right at, I'm going to do it at 2 1/4 inch. And do a score line just through the front at 2 1/4 inch. Okay. Then I will put glue on the bottom only of my car. So basically I'm putting glue so it's not above the score line when I glue it down. I need a little more tape on there. I don't want this falling apart. Okay, so now I'll put this down like that. So there's only glue on the back of the car from there down. Let's see. So there will be a sentiment there, and we need a sentiment on the inside too. So let me pick 2. Doobie-doo. Yeah, I should go ahead and do it. Let me see. It's I'll be home for Christmas, sending holiday cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Let's do it's the most wonderful time. Whoa, no. What's it say? Dashing through the snow. That could be fun there. Does dashing through the snow work, Mike, with Santa?
Yeah.
Does it? Or does, I guess Santa in a car without Rudolph? But Rudolph, ears. But I do like the size of this here. No, I'll do it. Okay, so let's do dashing through the snow and sending holiday cheer. Can you text Lila, make sure she's good? Thank you. Do some more sentiments. I should have done these earlier. I apologize. The car has antlers. Yes, see, that's the, okay. Remember, it's our card. We can do whatever we want. It's our card. Oh, just missed it. Did you see that? That was smooth. Oh, it'll clean you up. Oh, that's dangerous. That would have really been bad. Okay. Run this through my die cut machine. But any sentiments would work here. All right. Mike, are there questions? I really need to clean my better press, but I haven't done that. Oh, here we go. There's my sentiments. There's mess around it because I over inked. Because I know I'm going to die cut it, so it doesn't matter. All right, so I need the die for sending holiday cheer. And dashing through the snow. Is this it? Nope, 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 nope. Sending holiday cheer. That's this one. Are the big brushes used earlier the same size as waffle flower? No, waffle flowers are not as big as the Spellbinders, and the bristles are more tight. Listen, I like all of those kind of big brushes. I seem to reach for the Spellbinders one when I want like a soft, inky background, and the big ones from Waffle Flower when I want like a more solid. I don't know. I feel like there's a use for different types of brushes, but I do know that not everybody can have the different companies, like all the different companies. So what I would recommend doing is just, watching videos and see what you see crafters use that might make sense for you. Does that make any sense? I'm hoping that makes sense. All right. So now I have sending holiday cheer and dashing through the snow. I like sending holiday cheer on the front, and dashing through the snow will go on the inside. All right. What is the red ball on the front of the car? It's supposed to look like Rudolph. So have you ever seen minivans do that? Where they put the red nose on the front and then their car and then the antlers sticking out the windows? It's that kind of thing. But listen, you could do instead nothing, or you could do a wreath. If you're not a minivan driver who would put the nose on the front of your car, I've never done it, but maybe that's not your jam, I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna put, dashing through the snow on the front. Almost done, and then we'll move on to something else. Okay. Mike, can you do a poll that says, have you ever seen a car with a car dressed up as decorated like Rudolph? Because I've seen it many times. Have you seen it, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just curious if it's only an Ohio thing. Okay, so there's the easel. Now on the inside, I will take a panel that's smaller. Let's do, I'm gonna cut a panel that's smaller. This is 4 by, this will be good, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna cut a little bit off the side. There we go. I'm gonna put, because it's dark on the inside, I like to put a white panel in there for writing my message. I don't like to have to write a message in white gel pen because white gel pens are moody. Now, this is an easel card, so I need something to prop it up against in here. So right about there, I'll put a line of glue and put my other sentiment. Now, this doesn't have to be a sentiment on the inside. It could be another die cut. There are many ways you can do easel cards. Let me show you. This is what it looks like. So this is what the card looks like. And when you take it out, you've got this fold and you can pop it up like this. Now what you can do, so it goes on display like that. You can decorate down here if you want. You can write your personal message up here. You can do lots of different things. But let me pretend this is a desk. This is what it looks like standing on it. Isn't that cute? So that's see-through up here. But that's an easel card. Super easy to do, and I thought it worked great with the car up there. Now you could have done your easel down here, so like it looked like he was driving on a road. There's a lot of different things you can do. But I thought those were two fun ways to use those. Now if you want to use the same card eyes, you can put other critters in there. You could put bouquets of flowers in there. You can use the scarecrow stuff that I showed you earlier. But that's the Beep Beep die set. I just thought those were adorable when I saw them. As soon as I saw them, I knew I wanted to play with them. I mean, come on. Look how easy that gift card holder was to make. All right. Now, and that embossing folder, I would recommend checking out the 3D embossing folders from Spellbinders because they're big. Look at those dots. Because they're big and they're great for a lot of techniques. They work with any die cut machine and you can get the free US shipping that way. Misty drives around with Grinch in her passenger seat. That's awesome. I like it. That sounds like, that's a good idea. I like it. Okay, so there we go. Holiday cards. Now let's do Halloween. Oh, and I still have to do this. Put the little lights. That's critical. The little light bulbs, colorful light bulbs on that. But I'm gonna have to do that off screen. So see, it would look like that. Okay, those are fun. And Cammie, I think she enjoyed doing those. So hopefully we have a new crafter. I'm gonna keep working on her. Okay. Mike, I gave you some images. What did I give you so many images of? I don't remember. Let me look at our text. Hold on. What did I send you?
86% said yes, they have seen it.
86% have seen it. Wonderful. I thought I sent you a ton of images. Okay, the Nutcracker. Can you start with the first Nutcracker image? These cards that I'm showing, this card here, I love the gold tooth. That is one that I made in a live last year, okay? This was the Nutcracker Big Mouth die set from Hero Arts, okay? I did a live, Christina Werner was in the live, we made lots of examples. I have that video linked in my supply list below. But if you pull the beard down, it opens the mouth. On that particular card there, I had money inside of his mouth. It's a fun way to make it, you know, to give cash as a gift. Can you go to the next one? Now this one is just another, when you pull the beard down, his mouth opens, and I had a gift card in that one. So if you want to know how to use the big mouth dies with money or a gift card inside of it, I show that in that other video. But they're intended to be like this, where the mouth is closed, you pull the beard, and a sentiment's inside the mouth. I loved doing those Nutcracker cards. And I know many of you got the big mouth die set for it. Well, now, Brian just put a link to the video in the chat. Now they have come out with more dies that work with the big mouth die set. This is the big mouth die set right here. These dies right here. This is what allows you to make that interactive feature. Now they've come out with some add-ons that work with this for Halloween. And I know they're going to come out with some in the future. So it's one of those, as I mentioned, I love when a company comes out with an interactive die set, but then gives you lots of add-on options so you're not just stuck doing one thing with it. Oh, Jane made 14 nutcrackers last year. That's awesome. That's awesome. I gave my gift card or my nutcracker cards away, so I don't have them to show you today. But I did a video and a blog post about it. So now they have these, let's see, I want to see what they're called. Squirrel. These are called the Spooky Smiles, and there are 3 different sets here, 3 different add-ons. And I know some other YouTubers have done some of these. I'm going to change things up and show you a few different things. This is the Big Mouth Vampire die set. Then there's the Big Mouth Jack-o'-lantern die set. And then the Big Mouth Cat die set. But I'm going to show you how to make them, but then I'm also going to show you how you can use these differently, okay? Because that's what I like to do. One of the things I did want to mention to you is Hero Arts now does what Spellbinders does, and their dies come on this film with tape, so you can easily remove the die and stick it back on without tearing up the packaging. I love that, I love that, I love that. So this is the Big Mouth die set. It's been out for a while, many of you have it, okay? You can use it with the nutcrackers from last year, that video is below, but now they have the Halloween, okay? So now we're gonna do a vote. Should I do the pumpkin, the vampire, or the cat first? I've prepped them all. So let me know which. Yeah, I'm hoping, Altenew uses a film, like some, what do you call this? This plastic for their dies. So Altenew, Hero Arts, and Spellbinders do. I don't know who else does at this point. All right. So you guys can vote. Do I start with the cat, the vampire, or the pumpkin? The vampire, I think, is the cutest. One of them I'm going to show something different. Probably the cat I was going to show different, though. But I can make them all work. All right. So go ahead and vote. I've got them all prepped. And then we will choose. All right. What are people saying, Mike?
So far, pumpkin, but let's see how close. Oh yeah, pumpkin. Cat coming around.
Okay, I'm going to do the pumpkin first, and then I'll do the cat. Okay. They work very similar. Okay, so this is the pumpkin die set here, the jack-o'-lantern, and you use it with the Big Mouth dies. I did some prep, and let's make sure I did it right, because I haven't made one with these yet. So first of all, I used the jack-o'-lantern die to cut this guy, and you could make that be other things. It doesn't have to be just for the interactive. You can use this pumpkin in other ways. But I want to do some inking. Here I said I rarely ink, but I'm inking. Let's do some inking. So let's do some shading here. These are the 3 pieces that you'll need, and I want them all to have the same shading. They all will work together to create a pumpkin. So I'm going to do shading on all of them, and I'll grab pumpkin ink from Hero Arts. I'm not going to do a lot of effort here. This is going to be some quick blending. There might be some other color on here, but oh well. All right, Mike, give me a question while I ink. Actually, I don't want to use this.
Can the Big Mama brushes work with oxide inks?
Yeah, you can use oxide or any brushes with oxide. I just oxide inks, but I wouldn't use them the same brushes for oxide that you do for dye inks, if that makes any sense.
What's the name of the holiday sentiments that you're using?
Oh, hold on. It's called, the holiday sentiments were the Winter Words, Press Plate, and Die from Hero Arts.
Are they in the list?
It's in the list.
Okay.
No worries, it's in the list. So ink that up, and then I'll ink up. Oh no, maybe I won't ink this up. Yeah, I'm gonna ink up the bottom edge. When I ink the edge of my cardstock, I don't like to use a grip mat. I'd rather work on the glass because the brush moves a little smoother, and that's why I switched. I use the grip mat for when I am like inking over stencils or tiny little die cuts that I don't want to move around. Spritz of rubbing alcohol on my desk and dry cloth. I'm gonna do a little more. I had a lot of ink there. I went a little overboard. Okay. By the way, if you need another spray bottle, the misters from Spellbinders, you can get free shipping on that. You can also get the scissors with free shipping. All that information's in the YouTube description below. Okay, so there's my little pumpkin pieces there. Then I do have the stem. Now, since these are smaller and I want them to stay still, I'm gonna work on a grip mat. And let's do some inking. Now, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with these. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so let's do, this is Forever Green. It's good classic green from Hero Arts. And I'm working on Spellbinders cardstock. I'm just trying to do like, kind of tone it down so it has bright edges, but not, not too bright, I guess. There we go. I think that's good enough. I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing that. All right, now, oh, by the way, I just got a new bottle of this. I can't find it. Ultra Clean is how I clean my mats. They will stain. You can see mine's almost empty. Your mats will stain, but you can get the excess ink off so it doesn't transfer by using Hero Arts Ultra Clean and then the scrubber brush, which I love for cleaning things. It's a soft scrubber. This is what I use to clean my Misty Door, my grip mats, and my stamps. All right, and you can buy extra scrubbers, and that I just mentioned that because if you're ordering with Hero Arts, you might want to check that out. Okay, now background. We need a background, and I wanted to show you something that I forgot I had, and we're going to try it. I think these are pretty cool. I've done many lives where I've shown how cool Hero Arts transfers are. They're like rub-on transfers, but better than they used to be when we were from years ago. They just really work well. And this is cool. These are Hero Arts transfers called Sky Ombres. And it is like a giant transfer that you can put onto anything. Acetate, vellum, whatever you want, and it gives you a beautiful blended background. If you struggle with blending backgrounds, this could be a good solution for you. So I thought I would do one of these for my background, and I think I like that one. I think this one, oh, I like that too. I think I'm gonna do the blue. But here's one. This is, I did the rub-on on white cardstock, and it just gives you a smooth look. You can blend your own, but if you're like me and you struggle with blending, or a lot of people do, these are a nice trick. You can also put these on die cuts. You can use parts of it. There's lots of things you can do. I think maybe I like this. Oh, I like that. Maybe I like that. There we go. That's what I want. Like in at the bottom here. I'll save these others. So these are called Sky Ombre. I think these transfers are on sale. I think they're on sale. It's a pretty clever idea. Okay, I'm just going to do the whole sheet and save the leftover for something else. You could just cut out what you need, but I'm going to peel it off the paper. Okay, lay it onto, I'm going to put it on white cardstock. You can put it on whatever you want. Now, one thing you can do is just run this through your die cut machine to squeeze it down. I'm going to do my bone folder over it. It comes with a popsicle stick, but I'm going to do my bone folder. Now, I've done one of them, you saw. Look at that. Okay, but I'm going to keep going and make sure it's not hard to transfer it. But look at that beautiful blend. Let's see. I just carefully pull it away because I don't want to, see there, I didn't have it transferred well. Just lay it back down and transfer it more. Come on, baby. There we go. Yeah. Oh, Heather, thank you so much. All right, let's see. Oh, look at that. I'm not pressing very hard. It's not hard at all. Look at that. And it has this really cool feel to it. That's fun. I love that. So now I'm going to cut the area I want. I think I want that where there's green on the bottom and it goes up to blue. I want more of the green showing because it kind of goes with the green that I did for the top of the pumpkin. So I will cut this. Let me think. Hold, please. I think I will cut this. Oh, I forgot to do something. Darn it, that might mess it up. I might mess it up, but I'm going to try. I'm going to cut this to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Now, this is going to be the background. What I should have done first, and I might mess it up, which will make me very sad, is what I should have done first is you need to cut whatever your background's going to be around your pumpkin. You need to cut this die. I'm afraid when I put this die on here and run it through my machine that it's going to mess up that surface. I should have cut the white cardstock, cut that out, and then do the rub-on top. But I'll learn my lesson, and I won't do that again. So I'm just going to, this is from the Big Mouth die set. You just put it so the little legs here line up the bottom center. Just eyeball it, it's fine. And tape that, okay? Now let's run this through. It might mess up my transfer, which would make me very sad, but that's what I get for not thinking. And I have leftover pieces that I can use for something. Yeah, my shirt is red in real life. I promise, it's crazy. Let's see, it didn't mess it up. Mike.
Your shirt is reddish orange.
Yes, whatever. Did you check on Lila?
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay. There we go.
Somebody did ask about, with the blending brushes,
I can keep this.
do you mix oxide and regular ink on the same
No, I
brush?
never use my oxide blend. I never use brushes. Hold on, let me think of how to say this. I never use the same brush for dye ink and oxide ink. I have different brushes for the two.
Is it bad to do that?
I wouldn't do it because oxides have a little bit of a pigment property to it, and you don't want to get that pigment ink onto a dye ink pad. If you do use a brush once in a while with oxide, you can just make sure you rub off the extra. But if you're going to use them a lot for oxide, get your own separate brushes for it. LaCroix. Okay, there we go. So there is that. Oops, stop. Let me put some things away. Now we also need cardstock for behind it. I'm going to use black. The reason I'm using black is that when you open his mouth, I wanted black showing through. You might argue that the inside of a pumpkin's not black, but I'm doing that. That's just what I want to do. I realize this piece is too big.
Around Thanksgiving time, it will be.
This is true. Mike's so funny. Mike's so funny. It's 9 million degrees in my house. I think my air conditioning doesn't work. It's really loud right now. I don't know why I trimmed that. Don't do what I'm doing. I messed up. Okay, there we go. There we have it. Okay, so we have those pieces. Now, hold on. I want to see some things here. This is our background. We need some die cuts from the Big Mouth die set. I'm hoping I didn't cut that background too short and mess it up. They're all, look at this. My life. It's my life. Okay. This is the Big Mouth die set. I use this funny looking one here, and I cut it from black cardstock, and we're going to stack them. You can do 2 or 3 thick. I think I'm going to do 3, because why not? Yeah, my air conditioner sounds really loud down here. So yeah, that's probably going to cost me something. So I cut 2 from black. The reason I'm doing black is that's what my background is, but you could do white. Really, you're not going to see this. So I cut 2 and I glued 2 together. I think I'm going to do 3. I like dimension. Oops. All right. Yeah, a lot of people have used these dies already. That's okay. Get to see it again. All right, now this gets glued onto whatever background that you want to show through the mouth. I'll lay that down. I'll lay this down here, okay? Like that. So I'll put glue on the back of this. Now, I accidentally cut my background. I don't know what I was doing. I messed up. I cut my background, it's a little short of 5.5, so these little feet here are gonna hang off the bottom. It wouldn't for you. It's because I messed up and my background panel is a little short. So that gets glued onto there, and these go right up against the edges. Make sure they're up against the edges, and come on now. You have this piece here, and you wanna make sure that it fits. Like you want to make sure that it fits in there. If you glue this panel, or if you glue the frame things right up against the edge, you're good to go. See how that just goes right up against the edge? This is just like what we did with the Nutcracker. Now what I'm doing, you don't need to do. It's because my background's too short. Sorry, I got a little distracted there about the thought of my air conditioner. All right, so you can kind of see what it looks like. Okay. All right, next. This is the part that's going to go up and down. What's going to happen is all this will be on the front here, and this will go up and down. Okay. So this piece, you just want to make sure can go up and down. All right, I want to make sure I remember how to do this right. Okay, so I put that there. This mechanism in the original Nutcracker. I'm sorry, I got distracted. In the original Nutcracker die set or Big Mouth die set, you've got this. This is the same thing, but with the teeth cut out, and it comes in the pumpkin or in the jack-o'-lantern die set. Okay, so you use this. So you have the little teeth. And this is going to go up and down in this little nook down here. Okay, so it goes up and down. There's a stopper here and stoppers up here. And this goes up and down. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put this in. It's not being glued down. It is just being pushed up against these stoppers here. I'm just going to push it all the way up. And then I've got this little tabby wabby. Okay, this little tab right here is to be able to pull down. I'm going to put glue along the top edge, and I'm going to tuck it under this. Nope, 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 I lied. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to tuck it under. So I'm going to lift this up and tuck it under so that this goes right. I'm going to actually have it hang out a little bit. Right at the center, hanging out a little bit. This is going to end up going over it, and that is like the little hole or the little tab that we'll pull down on. All right, so see, I shouldn't move it because it's wet, but that's what will get pulled up and down. All right. You could make it not hang over, but I'm going to make it hang over a little bit. Okay, there you go. Now, if you are concerned, you can put another die cut on the back of this, but instead, I'm going to just put some tape. Makes it nice and smooth. And now here, this can go up and down in here. And when we put our pumpkin over it, it'll open and close. Okay? Isn't that fun? Now, next up, you have this. Now, this is going to get, your pumpkin scene is going to get glued right onto the bottom of your background. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Because this is kind of slick, because we used a transfer, instead of the liquid glue, I'm just using a tape runner. I'll put that so it's right up against the bottom of the card. Like that. All right. You know what I shouldn't have done? I put adhesive on there. I shouldn't have. So I'm going to erase some of that away. Sorry, I'm kind of in a funk here. Like I kind of went off course here. I think I'm hungry and hot. Okay, there we go. So no glue here. All right, there is the front. Let me finish it so it doesn't look so weird. I'm gonna put glue right there, glue right there, glue there. And I have cut from black glossy for these holes, or for these pieces. I don't know why. I just thought it would be nice to have that little bit of shine, like that. And then we'll have our topper. So that's what it's gonna look like. Yeah, Google Eyes would be great. If you remind me, I'll get some out and show you. And that's gonna go over this, and this will get pulled up and down. All right? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and do a sentiment now because I don't wanna mess it up. Yeah, this is great. You don't need foam tape. Because of that mechanism that we stacked 2 or 3 thick, you don't need foam tape. So I have some sentiments here. Let's see. I don't know where did I put them. Oh, I think they're still in my MISTI. I want to put a sentiment in there. I had taped the whole stamp set in here so I could stamp them all at once and not have to peel each one off. That's why they're all in there. I think I just want Happy Halloween in there. That's all. So I have a Pink Fresh Easy Blend Grip Mat in my MISTI. I have that linked below. It holds everything nicely. And I'm just putting the pieces in here, into the corner. So I know where to put my sentiment, because this is gonna go on top, and I wanna open it up, and this is where my sentiment needs to go. I have not glued the top on yet. I just wanna see where to put my sentiment. So that's where the sentiment will go. There we go. And now I'm gonna white heat emboss there. So I need some anti-static powder. Sorry, I'm back on board. Do you ever do that? Like that is a generous amount. Do you ever do that where you just kind of like zone out? Something, I know what it is. I thought about my air conditioner, and I thought about the fact that I'm probably gonna have to pay money, and I don't want to. You know why? I want to buy more deep stacks, the craft stacks that are deeper. I'm finding I'm using it to organize a bunch of stuff, and it's on my list of things to do later.
What do you use them for? What do you put in them? Somebody did ask that.
Oh, the deep ones?
Yeah.
Oh, you can just put more stuff in them because they're deeper. You can actually put like ink pads in them too. But what I use it for is I do bulk die cutting. So I have like pre-cut lots of things and I put them all together, or projects that I'm working on, you can put more things in it. And you can actually put in one of them, one of the deep stacks, you can put these in here too. I keep a deep stack on my desk when I'm creating, and all the cardstock that I'm using is in here, so when I want more of a certain color, I can grab from here, and then when I'm done, I can take this and put this back. Okay. Let hubby pay for it. Shared money around here. Okay. So let's heat set that. I should have heat set it from behind, but I didn't. Okay. I can hear it because the air conditioner's in the furnace and all that's in the room right next to me, and I can hear it in here, and I never can. That's not good. All right, so see, that's what we're gonna have. But I need this to cool, and then I use this Altenew, I think it's an eraser, to erase the anti-static powder tool when I'm done. I don't know if it's their eraser or their stamp prep tool, but it works. Erasers work. Okay, so there we go. Now that is what will show through. Got a little messy with the embossing powder because I'm trying to hurry too much, but you get the idea. Now let me put this onto a card base now. You could do it after, but I'm doing it now because I was impatient and I actually warped my cardstock a bit. That's why I'm putting so much adhesive on it to kind of flatten it down. Put that onto a card base. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I think we replaced, I'm not even gonna think about it. It is what it is, you know? It's life. I am thankful that I am privileged enough to have an air conditioner that might need fixing. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Now, it's time to put it together. So this goes in here, okay? And we're gonna put glue onto those supports. See these supports? Remember that go around the edge? We're gonna put glue onto those. So I will put glue on these here. Oops, not there. Yes, this is the nice thing about this is it works without foam tape. So there's not too much. This gets laid right on top. Now, when you pull the tab, you will see the sentiment. But in that video I have linked below in my YouTube description, I show how you can pull the tab and have a gift card. Pull the tab and have a have some money. So it can be a fun gift. Now I got some white powder where I don't want it. And if you're like me, see there's some there? It drives me crazy. One of the things you can do is gently scrape some of that excess powder, stray powder away, or you can come in with a black pen and color over that extra embossing powder. Look at that, that's cute. Now, let's put this up here. I think I'm gonna make it so that this, I want it kind of going behind it. So I'll put glue on the back of this, like that, like that. You can also put a sentiment on the mouth too, on the front. So there's a sentiment when it's closed and a sentiment when it's open. Like two different sentiments. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, come on. Yes, you absolutely, absolutely, absolutely can put a gift card, modify it so there's a gift card in there, or money. I showed, Mike, can you put some of those up, the Nutcracker ones where you can see the gift card and money showing through? There you go. So those are in my, those are in the video that's linked below in the YouTube description. Then I think I was thinking about doing little stars in the background. Oh, you can also do like little shadowies on his eyes, these little things. The die set has these to make his eyes like that. You know what I mean? You can do that. But I would probably cut that from like a lighter orange cardstock. Or for those of you who want Google eyes, these are not my biggest Google eyes. I just get my Google eyes on Amazon. Here's my big ones. Here we go. There's some big mamas in this one. I think I might like these. Look at those hair watches. Whoo! Whoo! Let's see. Okay, let's try some Google eyes. There we go. That's cute. If you're like for a kid, or my friend Pam, who despises Google eyes, I think I might need to send it to her. That's what I'm doing. I like the oversized. So I'm going to put oversized Google eyes on here. I'm going to kind of move them closer together, as close together as I can. Look at that. Mike loves it. He loves cute cards. But I didn't use a pun. There we go. Okay. The one thing I was thinking of doing, and I'll start doing it, but I'll finish it off screen. I don't know if this is the right color for it, but I could do it. Yeah, I think I'll do it from this. I have some gold glitter cardstock here, and I will cut with the Hero Arts Star Confetti die. You know how I used the circle confetti die before? There's a star one too, and I use this often also. This is stuck in my cabinet door. And now I have little star embellishments I can put in the background. And I think that'll be fun to scatter some. I'm not going to spend the time to do them all right now because I have more ideas I want to show. But see, now I have sparkly star embellishments. So it's fun to be able to have a few different things. They have butterflies, they have like waves, they've got a whole bunch of stuff. My stomach's growling. Can you hear that? I hope you guys can't hear that. That would be really embarrassing. Anyway, I'll put a few more up there. Okay? Oh, and in this stamp set, there's an arrow and there's a pole. So I can stamp pole on it. Keep those stars for later. I keep even this little piece here. Listen, I do have enthusiasm. I also get easily squirreled. I have enthusiasm, and I had somebody tell me once that I seem kind of like QVC kind of excitement when I do this, which is like a sales, like QVC is all about selling stuff. For me, I just love what I do, and I get as excited about this stuff as you do. Listen, this is my job and my joy. So I have a new friend that I've been talking a lot about that with, saying this is my joy and my job. It's not one or the other. And I feel very privileged that it's both. So when you see me get very excited in a live or a video, it is genuine. That's the joy part of me, of what I do. So yeah, I just really like this stuff. Oh, this stamp set, by the way, is from Hero Arts. It's called Bite Nite stamp set, and it has sentiments on it that work with the vampire, the cat, and the jack-o'-lantern. So there's like, have a fantastic Halloween, eat, drink, and be scary, fangs so much, which I would use, happy Halloween, hocus pocus, I need candy to focus, just cute stuff. And there we go. Isn't that fun? Job and joy. Yep. Job and joy. It is, and it's, and with any joy, sometimes I'm not into it as other times. I mean, that's how it is with hobbies or joys we like, right? And sometimes with a job, sometimes it's hard and sometimes it's wonderful. So I'm glad it's both for me.
Where's the pole from? The stamp, pull stamp.
Oh, the pole is from this stamp set that I just showed you. It's called Bite Nite stamp set. I'm hoping it's in the supply list. Yes, it is. It's in the supply list. Hero Arts Bite Nite stamp set. Okay, but there are other die sets out there that have like interactive things like pull. There's an arrow too if you would rather just stamp an arrow, but you can also just write pull. Okay, so that is the Happy Halloween. Now, I wanted to, and I will tell you the vampire one works just the same. Oh, I need to say this before I forget. All of the card images I showed at the beginning, like the Scarecrow ones and all that, those are from the Spellbinders and Hero Arts website. Those are actually from the Hero Arts website. And they give me permission to share those. I did not make the cards I showed you pictures of before. The Nutcracker ones I did, but the other cards I did not. Mike, can you go grab I'm going to go to the cat next. I don't think I'm going to have time to do the vampire one. So can you go to the Big Mouth Vampire die set on Hero Arts and grab the image of it closed and opened so I can show? Okay. I thought I would take the cat. The cat's going to work in the same way. You pull the tab and it opens and closes. The mouth does. I thought I would take the cat die set that's meant to work with the Big Mouth dies and make a shaker card out of it instead. But I'm wondering if you want to see that or not. It might be just more fun to do the Big Mouth again. I like the Big Mouth. I thought it was so cute. But I'll just say this. You could take those jack-o'-lantern dies and not do this pull tab. Instead, do a shaker bits in here. So it'd be shaking in there. I think I'm gonna just do the tab again. But do know you could make this a shaker window too. Very easily. I mean, it's easy. All you would have to do to make this a shaker window is put the rest of the pieces of the cat on it, but then put foam tape around the mouth and put whatever bits you want in there, just like a good old shaker. You want me to do shaker? Okay, I'll do shaker. All the pull tabs. What?
Is that what you want?
Yes, oh, there. That is the vampire version, and I think it's the best one. I think that is super cute. I'm not doing it today because I'm out of time. And also, I know others have done that. I know Kathy Zilski did it, but it works in the exact same way I just showed you. Okay? Okay. All right, you can. I think that's the cutest one. Can you check and see if Cammie came? Okay. All right. I'm going to try to make this shaker, but I also wanted to use this die set. What is it called? This is called the Color Block Accent Rectangle Die Set from Spellbinders. There's all these dies, and you use them with rectangle dies, or you can cut your own, okay? So I think these are really cool because look at what happens. I cut this die right here from black glossy cardstock. And all you do is you put it onto a white panel, and it looks like you have checkerboard edges. Isn't that cool? So any color cardstocks you want. And then I'll cut a white rectangle piece to go in the center, or whatever color you want, and you'll have a colored panel with the checkerboard around the edge. All right? Let me think about, I just thought the checkerboard edge with a cat shaker, like I would cut the edges down here. I think that might be fun. I could also cut, I could just do the cat's head. That's what I'll do, the head with the collar on it. And we'll make shaker. But I want some color in the center. So I'm going to go back to these guys. I'm winging it here now because I changed gears. I think I'm going to use that. And I'm going to put that in the middle here. Okay? Yeah, the pumpkin is cute. So I'm going to use another of the Sky Ombre Hero Transfers. They're in the supply list. They're on sale right now. Okay, so let's do that again. I have cardstock, dirty white cardstock. Oh well. And I'm going to remove the transfer.
Yeah.
Not yet?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll lay this on here. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? So much faster than blending. I wonder if she's texted me. All right, Cammie was coming over for dinner tonight and bringing something, so hold on. Oh, okay. Here we go. Look at that. You can also just, again, put this between your plates and run it through your die cut machine, but I find joy in just using the bone fold. Look at that. I'm going slow because if there's an area where it didn't transfer, I can lay it back down. Look at that. It's like the perfect blend. Isn't that cool? Okay, so I'm going to cut a panel down to fit in the center here. Let me measure it because I know they have rectangle dies for it. Actually, you know what? I'll take my, where are they? Here we go, my Spellbinders rectangle dies. Let me pick one that I think might fit in the middle. Nope, nope, too small. I'm sure it says it on the website, but that might be a little too small. Okay, I'm throwing things around. You know what, instead of taking all the time to find it, I'm just gonna cut. I'm gonna cut it myself. Give me a moment here. You know what, this is the best way to do it. Excuse me, sorry. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the ombre is pretty. I'm having a day. Why did that fall there? Okay, I'm just gonna cut off the edges. This is the best way to do it. I'm sure on the website it tells you what size rectangle to put in the middle, but I'm just gonna cut it like this. And now this, I know, watch, can go right in the center. I'll lay this down. See, and now you have the checkerboard edge. Oh, that's fun. All right, so now this is, let's see, what section do I want? I think I want, I'm gonna take towards the top. So this rectangle here, let's see, I'm gonna just lay it on top. There are a million ways to do this. I'm taking the slow boat here, but that's okay. So I want like the purplish pink area. I figured this was the easiest way, but I don't think it was. Turn this down. My tummy's growling, Mike. Let's see here. So I'm just trying to cut this down to that white size. So it ends up being a little bit less than 3 3/4 by 5. I think if you did 3 3/4 by 5, that would probably fit perfectly. But this is what I want to do. Let me show you. I'm actually going to put this directly onto a white note card. That will work. So hang on. I veered off the path again. I'm struggling here. Yeah, the corner or the edges are cool. So in the die set, you can see you can do rectangles of different sizes. with the checkerboard edge. I took the largest, which covers the front of a card, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So this is going to be big. But the cat is big, so I didn't want to use anything smaller. Put this right on the front. I can see I've been having trouble cutting things to size lately. I don't know what my deal is. So I'll get that glued on to the front of my card. So this card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. All right. So now I have the white trim all around. I'm going to cut. I have a little bit extra on the front here. I'm going to cut off. Yeah, I was on the struggle bus there. This is black glossy, by the way. I love glossy cardstock. And this will go right in the center. Oh yeah, isn't that cool? You know what vibes it gives me? Mike, what movie vibes? Tell me.
Beetlejuice.
There you go. I knew you would. I knew you wouldn't let me down. I'm gonna set that aside. Now, the cat. I was gonna do I cut it from dark gray cardstock and I was gonna blend some black onto it. But instead, remember I showed you that black glitter paper from the Spellbinders black, or it's called Onyx Treasured Cardstock Pack. So this is the Onyx. It's all black. I love this. This is a matte metallic in black. It looks like a car finish. Then there's this like pearly shimmery bit here. Here. It's gorgeous. And then there's the glitter and a few others in there. But I'm going to use the glitter. My black cat's going to be glittery. I don't know. We'll see if it works. Okay. Oh, thank you, Margie. I appreciate you saying that. Today I'm a little... Why is glossy cardstock so good? I have a bunch, but don't know what to do with it. I like glossy cardstock because it gives that bit of shine instead of just plain. And I love it. Whose name has been mentioned? Oh, 3 Beetlejuice. That's funny. I won't say it again. Okay. There's my sparkly black cat. Oh my gosh, that's cute. Then I was gonna do some like, should his eyes be green? Yeah, I think his eyes and his bow tie will be green. So let's see. Now, I will show you in the die cut, you can see it makes impressions on where to glue your die cuts. It's kind of hard to see on the glitter paper. So I'm just going to kind of wing it by looking at this as a kind of a roadmap. But there are impressions here. It's just hard to see on the glitter paper. So I'm going to put a line here because there's little whiskers. I'm going to pick up stick tool. I probably won't do both sides of the whiskers now. I'll do some later because I don't want to take up too much time. We need to do, I'm making this a shaker. Now, the pull tab big mouth card that I just made with the pumpkin, I don't feel like I explained it super well. If you want to see a better explanation, I'm sure there's a video on the Hero Arts channel, and you can watch that too. Oops. So these are little white whiskers. It'd be fun to make to use like stitches there too. Then the nose, I did from black glossy, but it might get lost. So I think I'm gonna have to pop it up. Maybe cut it from gray instead. But we'll get there. Then let me do the green die cuts first. I'm gonna tone that green down a little bit, like I did before. These are die cuts for the eyes and the bow tie. Are people screaming at my color choices, Mike?
No.
Okay. I am going to show the shaker window. But do know that the pull tab for this works just like I showed you. And again, go to the Hero Arts website if you want to see like another assembly of it, if you want to see a better one. I don't like that. I want too dark. Hold, please. Is that the color I used? Nope. See, now I can look, I told you I have this deep stacks here. I can look through and find the color of cardstock I used before and recut that, because I didn't like what I was doing there. Okay, cut this. And I'm gonna come in with, instead of that dark Forever Green, I'm gonna use the Fresh Lawn. I think I'll like that better. Fresh Lawn is a great, like, kind of Kelly green. I'll do that instead. Yeah, it was too dark. It worked better for the pumpkin parts before. Come on. So let's try again. Kelly green. Where is it? Oh, I already knew it. This is the Fresh Lawn, which is like a Kelly green. Let's try that. Yeah, I like that better. And I tapped some of the excess ink off on my glass so that I can kind of better control it. Just kind of do a little bit over all of it. Okay, then the eyes, I'm going to do like kind of along the bottom. So it's kind of like a, I don't know. This is my card. It's a make-believe cat. Doesn't really matter. There we go. And then I think I want to do, where's my cat die set? Yeah, I'll just put that there. Do a little around the edges here. Okay. All right, so that's what we're going for. Yeah, that works. And we're gonna glue all that onto our glittery cat. Clean off my table first because I don't want to mess. A pink nose, yeah, I could do pink nose. Mike, take a vote for the nose. Should it be gray or should it be pink? I'm gonna cut, I'm gonna lay, see there's etching here that shows like where the collar goes. I'm just gonna lay it on top because I can't really see it in the glitter paper and cut along that. Doesn't matter how. And now I can glue this onto it.
Gray or pink?
Gray or pink or black. Pumpkin, cat, or vampire. We're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna let you guys vote in a moment. First, you can vote on the nose. I'm gonna stack this one behind. Instead of it going to waste, it'll add some dimension. So I'll go like that. Then this goes here. This card is going to my friend Sika because she's a cat person and she deserves a card, and I never get cards in the mail to her, and I really should. Look at that. Oh, that's fun. Now I can't handle not having the whiskers on both sides. So I'm gonna do it while you guys vote. And then we have the nose too. How far did the nose go? Or the eyes? There we go. I could do Google eyes, but I'm gonna do the spooky cat eyes. I'm gonna move them together more because I can do whatever I want. There we go, like that.
Pink is definitely winning.
Pink is winning. Okay, okay. Like bright, like a light pink, like a nectar, like a peach color.
Pink, pink.
Pink, 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 pink. Look at that. Oh, it's spooky. I wasn't gonna put whiskers only on one side. I was just gonna add the whiskers later, so I didn't waste your time. But I'm gonna put them down now. Okay, one thing I want to show you, you can see how the cat comes together here. And then you saw the pumpkin earlier. And then Mike showed the pictures of the vampire. I'm curious, which is your favorite? The cat, the vampire, or the pumpkin? Mike can do another poll when he gets... Huh? I know, but some people have already seen the vampire used, so I'm curious. There we go. Now I need to find my cat dies. Here they are. We're gonna do a pink nose. Oh, you know what? I should do bright pink to go with the background. This is a very Beetlejuice card. Look at that. Oh, that's so cute. I think I want it pink. So what I'm gonna do is cut a little bit off the corner of this leftover. I'm gonna do pink so it kind of matches that. I know cats' noses aren't this pink, but cats are also not glittery, so maybe your cat is. Who knows? All right. I wonder if Cammy watched so she could see her dies get put to use. Oh yeah, that's cute. I'm gonna make that something else in there. I don't know what. Let's put the nose on here. Now, I'm using liquid glue on glitter paper and on, this isn't how you're supposed to assemble it, but I kind of like it like this, with the nose like there. On the actual card they do, the nose is more between the eyes. I'm gonna do it like that. Oh, fangs. Squirrel, fangs. Okay, back to what I was doing. I'm using liquid glue to glue on glitter paper and freshly inked cardstock. That means it's not going to want to stick right away. It's going to take a bit of time to dry. I lost his other fang. It's going to take a little bit of time to dry, so I just have to be careful. Oh, how was my visit with the grandbub, with my grandbaby? Wonderful. They got the easiest kid. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. They did it. And Audrey also, while being a new mom, just finished her master's degree on Friday in literacy. She's a teacher. I did do the eyes or the ears out of like a light peach, but I think I'm going to do the bright pink again. So I'm going to get the ear die cuts and cut from my leftover pink so it matches the background. That's fun. This is not where I was going with it. You could cut the fangs out and make it like a non-Halloween card too, just a cat card. Yes, I know white cats have pink noses, not black cats, but this is my pretend card. Nope, that goes on the other side. This is my pretend card. I'm going with the neon colors today. I think Cammy may be here now. Mike, okay, look at that.
Said she was on her way.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh, my cuteness. Come on. Yeah, Lynn says that means the next one will be a terror. They know that. They know that that's how sometimes it goes. But they both have very chill demeanors, both of the parents. So I think part of it is just who they are as parents too. A little bit of both, nature and nurture. Okay, so acetate. This is Pink Fresh acetate. So it's got this like coating on both sides that I need to remove. You can use recycled packaging, whatever you want. I'm gonna flip this over. Put some adhesive around the mouth. Lay the acetate onto it. Too big. Lay the acetate around it. And then for some support to this, I will also glue this extra die cut behind there, give it some extra strength. Okay. You don't need to do that, and it also will sandwich that acetate between. Nothing's gonna move. There we go. There's our cat. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, oops, I got glue on its head. Now, I gotta think about if I want black inside of the mouth, like black showing through, or pink. I actually kind of, Cammie, you won't believe, did you see her cars? She rocked it. Okay, so now I think I want the sentiment in there. No, I think I might, I don't know.
Thank you.
Hopefully we can put down stickers.
I think I will put a small sentiment right on top of it. Let's see. Hold on. Ooh, I can do, because it's got fangs, I can do fangs so much. What was on the screen? What was it? You
Said, come over the dark side, Cammie.
Yeah, Cammie, people wanting, oh, that's so cute like that. I think I want that, and I think I want the pink showing through. I think I do. I do. I really want the pink showing through. It's a lot. I know. Trust me, I hear it. But I think it'll be fun. Okay, can you scroll, please? All right, let's get, I know I'm almost out of that thin foam tape. By the way, that foam tape from Altenew also comes in black. All right, let's do this. I'm dying. I'm just dying about how cute this is. Where did the rest of that acetate go? I'm gonna cut another piece of acetate. Okay, you'll see why in a moment. Okay, I've got another piece of acetate. This is a trick for shaker windows if you're assembling them backwards like I'm doing here. I'll show you. Okay, so now I'm gonna put foam tape around the mouth. So foam tape here. Another thing you could do here is instead just cut a bunch of the cats and stack the die cuts. But I don't want to do that. So I'm just doing the foam tape. I'm going to see Sika soon, and I'll just hand it to her. Isn't that fun? I did use thicker foam tape again, because that's what I grabbed. You could definitely do thinner if you wanted to. So I've sealed it all the way around, and now I need foam tape support behind all of it. And as I mentioned before, I would normally put a good amount of foam tape back here so it doesn't get squished. However, I'm trying to save on time. Oops, that's a little too far off to the side. I'm trying to save on time, and I made my cat die cut double thick, so I don't think it would get squished too much in the mail anyways. We're just gonna go with that. And this is gonna go on here, but I need to think about what bits I want in there. I don't want the bits to be super distracting, so I think I'm just gonna go with my favorite, if I can find any of them. Tell me I have some more. No, where are they? Oh, here we go. I'm running low. I'm gonna put in, little stars would be great. Hold on, hold please. Jennifer has an idea. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. These are fun. I might throw a few of these in. These are new from Lawn Fawn, from our friends at Lawn Fawn. And I think I'm gonna put some of these in. Maybe some of the purple only. Let me show you what's in there. Yeah, I think I'll put some of the purple in there. I think some of these are glow in the dark. I'm gonna put a few purple stars, and then these are from Honeybee. They're called diamond crystals, tiny diamond crystals. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna put inside. Okay, so right here, I'm gonna put in some of the little purple doodads because it matches the background, see? Just a few of them. I don't want it to be too distracting because this card's got a lot going on. All right? Come on, pick up. There we go. Okay, while I'm doing this, what are people saying, Mike? Are they freaking out about my color choices? I should just use tweezers. No? Nobody's freaking out? That's unusual. I tend to cause people to freak out. Okay, so just a few of these stars. I'm going to do 2 more.
A lot of suggestions for little extras. I think when you were trying to pick your
Oh, yeah.
what to put in it.
I think I'm going to actually put some of these little, I don't know what they are. They look like sprinkles.
Like little fish or little
Oh,
mice. Or little
fish.
mice.
Little fish or mice. You could die cut little things. What did you say?
It's a cat.
It's a cat. Okay. So I put some stars in those. Listen, make-believe world, remember. And also, it's about the movement and the sound. It's not about making sense. These are called, by the way, Halloween moon and star clay pieces. And I have a discount code on my sales page. Candies would be great. There are candy clay pieces out there. I put on my sales page, Lawn Fawn is actually offering 2 free gifts with my code. So if you're over there shopping for little doodads, don't forget about that. But anyways, I didn't put a ton in here. You can see. Now, because I don't want to flip, I just have another piece of acetate that I'm going to lay right on top. It's way too big. There we go. So I sealed it off. So there's my shakety shakes. Okay. Now I can remove all of this. And normally I would put liquid adhesive on this so I can wiggle, but I'm going to wing it, which is dangerous, but I'm going to do it anyways. Put a little more tape down here because my acetate's on there. It's going to be fun. A bloody tooth. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, I think I'm going to do it like that. Oh! And then this is from that same Bite Nite stamp set. I think I just want Happy Halloween on there. A little liquid glue, which will dry eventually. Okay. So you can see all the bits. Now, I do understand that I put a sentiment over that and it covered it up. Yeah, little bones. There's lots of them. Lots of little clay pieces. I know Trinity Stamps has a bunch. I know I covered a lot of my shaker window, which will bother some people, but I like the sentiment being in the focal point. And honestly, what's in the shaker isn't really what I'm going for. It's the sound and that bit of sparkle through it. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We have our cat. We have our pumpkin. What did people vote on? Did you do the vote?
For what?
On what they liked better, the pumpkin, the pat?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. We're gonna do a vote. This is the cat, Big Mouth Cat. I'm not asking about which card you like better, as far as the dies. Big Mouth Cat, Big Mouth Jack-o'-lantern, or the Big Mouth Vampire that Mike showed images of before, which is so cute, which is, I think, my favorite, but this cat. I like him glittery. If you wanted to make this guy glittery, I know Lawn Fawn just came out with orange glitter cardstock. All right, Mike's gonna do a poll. By the way, those dies, again, highly recommend. These are, what was it called again? The Color Block Accent Rectangle dies, and I know they have it in like an arch too. I will go off screen and measure what size is best in the center. I think for this one it was 5 by 3¼ inches to cut and put on top. I will figure that out, and next time I use them, I'll share that. All right, what do people vote on? Actually, can you show the vampire one more time?
Yeah.
There's the vampire. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. So cute, and I love the sentiment. Okay, you can come back. So there's the big mouth. Remember, this works with the big mouth dies that I did nutcracker stuff with before.
Oh, definitely the cat.
The cat is the winner. Wow, I almost didn't do the cat. Now I can't even find my cards from before. You guys, this is insane. So I do have a giveaway. Do they do gift cards there, Mike?
Probably not.
Okay. They have a new website though. Where are my cards? Oh, I know where they are. They're underneath this tray. There they are. Okay, so let's see what we did. Not bad for a Sunday. And I have lots of other things prepped. Could you do both slider and shaker on the card? Absolutely, you could. You would just have to put a shaker window in there, and it would just take a little bit of effort, but you definitely could do it.
No.
They don't. Well, boogers. I'll find something that we can give away. Oh, I know what to give away because I found mine. Let's see. I'm going to give away. Let's give this away because this is one of my favorite stamps, and I found mine. And they have it back in stock now. This is the Hero Arts 6x6 script rubber stamp. I love this script background. You know I use a lot of textbook and I use a lot of script. So this is the script background stamp. And I'm going to give this away along with the handmade card. To be eligible for the giveaway, all you have to do is leave a comment in the chat and Mike will pick one in a few minutes. So the cat one. The cat one. There you go. I gotta say, this whole neon jig here, I like it. I think that's fun. I'm surprised. I'm a dog person and I like the cat card. Yeah, definitely fun. So just to review, we have the idea for holding a gift card. Could also make like a little pocket, like an upside down pocket here and tuck cash in. So when they pull it out, they see cash sticking out like a folded up bill. Then we have our big mouth shaker. And we have our big mouth jack-o'-lantern. And an easel card with Santa and a Rudolph car. These were fun. I tell you, Hero Arts has been knocking it out of the park lately. I've been loving it. And remember, you can get free shipping free US shipping on orders of $75 or more. And you just have to use my code, and that works with Hero Arts and Spellbinders. And you can also shop at both in the same cart. You just go to Hero Arts and Spellbinders, add whatever you want to your cart, and then your cart will be together. I might add some stars. No, I'm not going to. But I am going to put some more stars in the background here while I'm waiting. If I can find my glue, here it is. And I need to finish the lights on this one. So I just have a few things to do off screen, and then they'll be done. All right, Mike, do you have a winner? Mike's got a winner.
I do. The winner is Mary Ellen Fisher.
Mary Ellen Fisher, you win the script background stamp, and you will get a handmade card. All you need to do is go to my website to contact me and send me your address. And I will go overboard adding little stars. I don't think I'm going to put any down there. I don't know, maybe I will. Yeah.
I have pinned the name of the winner so you can see the @ name.
Wonderful.
Yep.
There we go. One more. I go overboard here. All right, so the only things I need to finish are inlay a few more of the sparkle snowflakes, which I have somewhere around here, add the lights, and finish the tree there. And that's it. There we go. There we go. All right. There we have it. Okay, let me come back here. Ooh, that's that color. It's red. I promise it's red. It's Concord and Nite poppy color. I promise it is. And I didn't realize it looked so bad on me. Anyway, you know, you'll learn. Let's see, when am I going live again? I'm going live tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow. I'm not sure if it'll be 3 p.m. or 4 p.m.
It's a lot more orange on.
Yeah, it's
Actually
definitely
on the screen.
oranger on screen. See, that's orange.
Sorry.
Anyway, I will be going live tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's 3 or 4 yet. I have to see with Lila's school, and Ken's got a doctor's appointment. I got to figure out all that out. But the best way to find out when I'm going live is you can go to my YouTube channel and click the live tab, and you'll see like when it's coming. Or join my Facebook group, the Share Handmade Kindness Facebook group. That's the first place I announce it. I will also send a text out a half hour before the live. Elaine, you can go to either spellbinders.com or heroarts.com. Doesn't matter. You'll see a tab. You can switch between the two at the top of either of those websites, or just go directly to either website, add things in at either of the websites, and it'll all go to a same cart. Okay? Yes, there was a text today. Yep. Orange is a great color. I don't normally wear the color orange that you see on the screen right now. It's red. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So tomorrow it'll be either 3 or 4. Probably 4. That's my guess. It's probably 4. And what will I be doing? Oh, a mix of things. I've got a bunch of things that I want to do tomorrow. All right. Okay. How do you store the gift card if you don't have a gift card yet? This. I would just put it in a sleeve together. Oops. I would put this, like the car and the card in like a sleeve together, and then once you get the gift card, you can add it. Or you saw when I put the glue dots down, the glue dots have like a release paper on the back. You could leave that release paper on until you're ready. All right. Oh, Donna, thank you. I needed that. Okay, I think that's it. I need to eat, and that was too long of a live. Sorry about that. So I will be live again tomorrow at either 3 or 4, and then I'll be going live a couple more times later next week. All right, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. He's not ready. Mike.
Yeah.